Hey guys, so we have quite an interesting hint here. I definitely like this much better than them just kind of tweeting out the background of the character and we can immediately tell who it is. We have a Legends Limited character getting a Zenkai Awakening teaser here. The hint is -1734D. Comment below with your predictions. If you're familiar with computer kind of like code or language and just the formatting of how like computers spit out certain pieces of data, this is very clearly like counting in days, basically, or like the time that it's been since a certain day. Negative 1,734 days means that whatever date they're referencing here is 1,734 days in the past. So what this is actually a hint for LF Future Gohan's Zenkai Awakening, which is very predictable. It's what we thought it was going to be, but I like the way they did this because it's a bit more ambiguous. We can do a quick check here. This is a way to check, kind of search on Twitter. From a specific account, you can choose the exact words you want to search for. So I did a quick search here, and this is the official reveal tweet for LF Future Gohan. This tweet was made on January 19th, but I did a quick double check on the calendar in 2021 for January. The character actually came out on the 20th. So if we do a Google search here, days from January 20th, 2021 until now, it's been 1,734 days, so that kind of cross-references with their hint, -1734D, aka 1,734 days ago. So yeah, that's kind of double checking our work there for Future Gohan's Zenkai Awakening. Can remove that second one there. Yeah, this is good. I think this I'm actually going to have a video going up today talking about what I think the next release will be at the end of the month. With this being LF Future Gohan Zenkai, I don't think we're actually going to get another future character. I think it's going to be a one-off release coming up after this, because this kind of completes the future team. Yellow Future Gohan being the third character next to Red Fusion Zamasu and Ultra Corrupted Fusion Zamasu, that's good enough. Like that is your team for future. I definitely didn't think that we're going to end this campaign without giving us one more Zenkai or something, because we're kind of waiting for the final slot for future, because both the Zamasus are clearly insanely good, but we were missing that final piece to the future puzzle. So let me just quickly open this here. If you guys are not familiar with this character, just do a search for Gohan. I believe his name is actually listed as Gohan, not specifically Future Gohan. Yeah, Super Saiyan Gohan. This character is in the Hall of Fame in this game for being one of the best aging characters we've ever seen. It's this guy and like Blue 17 are the two Hall of Fame LF characters, probably the best aging premium characters we've seen that are LFs. And it's possible that 13 will end up also making the cut to be placed in that same kind of tier as these two characters, but this is a very significant character in Dragon Ball Legends history. This guy's got endurance, he's got support, he's got Vanish Restoration with his strike cards, he's got really, really good Disrupt. In fact, the Disrupt, I would actually argue, is what made this character as good as he was when he first released. This right here, the following effects occur when changing cover: nullifies enemies' blast art attack and randomly destroys 2 enemy cards. This is basically a timeless cover change ability. Nowadays, when characters release with card destruction on Switch, it's usually limited to a certain number of times. This guy just destroyed 2 cards every single time he entered the battlefield. And on top of that, he has this. For those of you who don't know what this is essentially, I mean, I don't know if this is going to make it easier to understand, but this is basically Super 17's cover change, the old one, the green one. When this Super 17 swapped in, he would, where is this? Yeah, absorbs enemies' Ki Blast attacks when changing cover. This Gohan swaps in. Essentially what this is a blast cover change, a blast special cover change, but you can't combo off of this. It just absorbs the blast cards. But these two effects together to make up this guy's cover change were basically what made this character so insane. Of course, he also had things like support, he had endurance, his damage was pretty solid. So overall, this guy was just incredibly good when he dropped. And he was able to last as an absolute crazily long amount of time. Not just because of how good he was, but also because of just how good hybrid Saiyans were going to be for 2021, because this guy dropped in January of 2021. And then we, could pair up the Zenkai Red Gohan with this character. And then during the 3rd anniversary, we had the Revival Gohan. So, yeah, Hybrid Saiyans just essentially went on a tirade throughout all of 2021, just kind of dominating the game. This is what I consider to be like a very dark time for the game. People look at Legends now and they're like, oh my god, the game has never been this bad, blah, 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 blah. Again, I'm not making the argument the game is in like a very good spot right now, but you cannot look at Dragon Ball Legends right now and compare it to how it was in 2021 and even think about talking about the game being worse than it was back then. 2021 Dragon Ball Legends, we actually went like 10 months straight with nothing. It was 10 months of like you could count the number of characters on one hand that actually impacted the game that released. It was insane how dead the game was for like 10 months. And it was because of hybrids and how dominant the hybrid team was. And it was essentially this guy, Revival Purple Gohan, who came out after this, obviously during the 3rd anniversary, who still hasn't gotten a Zenkai, by the way, and Red Zenkai Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who ran the game. So this guy really was kind of at the forefront of that problem. But I think what they're probably going to do with this character is probably more so focus on probably offensive stuff, I think. Because like this is good enough to where like he doesn't need a ton of defense. Obviously, we need to get him with kind of like a modern day damage guard number. He needs modern day damage inflicted numbers with a starter ability. I'm just not sure how much they're going to go in with like the support and buff removal. Are they going to give him special cover or cover null anywhere? They're probably going to give him cover null somewhere. Let's be realistic, but yeah, this guy's going to be a pretty impactful character, if not just for the fact that he is actually going to be, I think, pretty good against opponent Fusion Zamasus, purple Fusion Zamasus, because this guy's yellow. But on the other side of things, there's a lot of red characters, right? You have like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. You have Cell pops up every now and then. You have Red Fusion Zamasu. You have Kaioken Goku who's still around. There's a lot of good reds right now, so yellow is not like the greatest color. I could definitely see them giving this guy some kind of like type neutral defensively if he swaps in when you have like a future character on the team besides this unit or something like that. But yeah, looks like we are actually going to be getting finally Zenkai Yellow Future Gohan. It's been a long time, man. Again, this character dropped January of 2021, so we're talking just a month after Yellow, Gogeta Blue, and Broly dropped. But yeah, like I said, I am actually releasing a video later today where I'm talking about what character I think we could get at the end of this month, and I'm like, oh, I think we're probably going to get Future Gohan Zenkai announced today. And that obviously video that was recorded before this was, so you guys can let me know what you think. This is definitely one of those long-awaited Zenkais that I'm very happy that we're seeing here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.